Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to the 31st episode of the Customer Ed Nuggets podcast series. I'm your host, John Leh, independent tech analyst from Talented Learning. I created this series so that customer education professionals could, in 10-minute segments or less, learn all kinds of things about customer education, from how to buy learning management systems, the learning technology, business case, content, strategy, and much, much more. Today, we're going to talk about the 6-step customer education LMS buying process that I designed here at Talented Learning. I designed this buying process after spending 14 years out in the field as an enterprise LMS sales guy and leader. And I spent the last 12 years now helping organizations go through this formal process step by step over and over again as my core consulting strategy. At Talented Learning, my core consulting engagement is to help organizations go through this process. So let me introduce you real quickly in 10 minutes or less. The 6-step process helps you go from the very beginning of business case to contract negotiation. Most organizations are forced into a LMS replacement decision because of a renewal date. Your current contract is renewing on December 31st, 2026. What do? Do you just renew it? Do you not research? Do you just take it for granted? Do you have the best? Do you live with what's wrong in your current system, or do you go ahead and go through the process of trying to evaluate if you have options, if it's prudent to do an evaluation beforehand, first, of whether you should even engage in a formal LMS selection process, and then if you come to that decision, to actually engage in that and do all that in time for before your renewal. So organizations that just take LMS as kind of a necessary evil, just go ahead and renew. And what's the big deal? You might save a little money if you invest the time. But for those of us that view learning as a strategic differentiator in your organization with customers, partners, and employees, then having the best learning technology at the best price is really critical to success. And that's what this learning process does, is it helps you go through holistically what you need to evaluate the market and buy the best learning management system, or the best learning system for your organization. So the first thing you have to do is have a business case. And that business case is, should I just renew, or is there significant fiscal or operational upsides that exist that enable me to justify, or enable the justification of first an LMS selection with the potential of an LMS replacement. So that comes from analyzing your current costs, your current usage patterns. It analyzes things like customer service and manual workarounds, and whether you have administrators that have to do certain tasks, whether your learners are complaining about the experience. All that goes into a business case to say, are there viable options out there that do what we need out of the box, essentially, and can we standardize on one of those in a cost justifiable manner that'll allow us to move forward with an LMS replacement. After you get the approval for an LMS replacement project, then you have to go through the formal process. The first step is to define your requirements, and defining your requirements starting with your business case, your use case audiences, and then what functional requirements that you need, or functionality that you need, knitted together to support your use case, as well as any integrations and technical considerations and hosting and deployment and security standards, as well as all the services and support you're going to need from the vendor to transition off your current system and onto a new system seamlessly. All those together, as well as your usage patterns and how your license and budgetary constraints, all that together are your requirements that help you create a blueprint to evaluate vendors holistically and comparatively, and not emotionally, so that you can strategically check off your boxes and move towards the best system. Once you have your requirements in hand, the next step is shortlisting vendors. And what that means is that there's 1,000 learning systems out there, and you can't evaluate all 1,000. You can't evaluate 100. You can't evaluate 20. You really can't evaluate more than 5 or 6, or you're just spending a whole lot of time time kind of analyzing the industry versus analyzing qualified vendors deeply to find your best partner. So the trick is to go through a vendor shortlisting process that takes you from that 1,000 to the 4 or 5 that are qualified to meet and exceed your requirements as you defined them in the previous stage. And you can do that through public services or public resources. You can do that at talentedlearning.com by using our LMS directory and all of our research that's publicly facing to help identify the right fit grid, to help you identify the right solution. Or you can hire me and I'll help you work through your requirements and get to a short list pronto. After that, after you have those requirements, you need to write those requirements in a format so that you can solicit proposals from those shortlist requirements or from those shortlisted vendors. And that's putting your request for proposal together, which is outlining the information the vendor needs to understand your business situation, your current training situation, your desired training situation, with learning technology, your use cases, all your functionality, and why you need that, and your usage patterns, and to solicit not only answers in a written format to all of your requirements, but also solicit apples to apples pricing in terms of estimations of your current usage pattern and what you expect in years to come, so that you can really take an apples to apples look at the different vendors, their adherence to your requirements, where they exceed, where they differentiate, and what they cost comparatively, so you can make smart business decisions. After you collect those RFPs or those proposals from the shortlisted vendors, you have to evaluate those, of course, in terms of their adherence. But then after you evaluate those and decide who you want to see, you bring the best of those in for use case demonstrations. Already in your requirements, you're defining what your use cases are, and that's why you do it at the beginning so vendors understand and can prepare. And so during the use case demonstrations, they're not wondering what to show or how to show their application. They're going to show their application through the lens of what you already defined as what you need to support your business needs in learning technology. And with those use case demonstrations, once again comes the task of rating and reviewing them in a comparative way so that you can get scientific aligned results in that and not just guessing. And then once you see those, you're going to get to a feeling of this one's the best. This one's the best for us for multiple reasons, subjective and scientifically, or maybe two. And at that point, you go to the next stage, which is verify and negotiate. And this is where you go into your sandbox environment, which is right out of your use case demos. If they're planning it right, and then you can go in there yourself and try and test and do that. That's you going through the process of contacting their references and having fruitful discussions about the vendor and things that they wish they did differently, if there are any, and as well as searching your own networks for LinkedIn references and so forth of that vendor unofficially to cross your T's and dot your I's, as well as then selecting a finalist and then negotiating. And so not everything is negotiable in life, but LMS licenses are. And so knowing what to negotiate and how, from license pricing to timing to being a reference to multiple things, allows you to really hone in and get the best deal once you find the best partner. And so there you have it, folks. If you go through those 6 steps of buying a customer learning system, you're going to find your best partner with a high degree of success and a high degree of validity and scientific proof in the decision to buy a learning management system. And if you buy it just by the hip, if you buy it without a process, if you don't take 3 or 4 months to buy a learning management system, good chance you're going to get stuck with something that you don't like, and it'll be hard to get the approval to replace it for another 3 or 4 years. And there's the downside. So if learning is strategic in your organization, follow this process to buy an LMS. If you have any more questions, you can schedule a free time with me in the description below. And we can talk about your particular situation and whether it makes sense. And other than that, have a great day, everyone. And we'll see you on the next Customer Ed Nuggets podcast. Thank you.